we're April and Eric Perry from LearnDoBecome.com. Welcome to our channel. Today we're talking about creative ways to invest in you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the videos, and we hope you enjoy. Now, when we first talk about investing in yourself, you might think, well, of course, I want to be able to take care of myself and I want to be able to, read or learn or go to school or whatever. But sometimes it actually feels a little bit harder than that.
Yeah,
So
a little
we're going to brainstorm
stressful.
today.
Like the idea of investing or investing in yourself might even seem difficult, scary, or even maybe boring. But we promise if you look at what do I want to make myself into? How do I want to become better? Investing in yourself really can be exciting and rewarding.
I love that you said boring, because sometimes Eric's like, April, not everyone loves lists and reading and podcasts and videos.
And not everyone loves processing paper. All of our passions, they're different. But we encourage you, think about what lights you up, what do you get excited about? Maybe learning or doing or becoming better at, because those are the areas you might want to start that initial investment in.
And as we share these ideas, hopefully you'll think of some of them, either the ones that we mentioned, there might be some that spark an interest in you, or you might have some totally other ideas that are going to help you to feel excited. But should we just start with some of the free ones that we started with?
There's some easy ways to start investing in yourself, and then it can become a little bit more involved in terms of time or money that you might dedicate to it. But we've also found as maybe you do scale up in what you invest time and money wise, you might be getting more out of it. And so it's just kind of that balance of deciding what you have to invest, what you're trying to get initially, and really considering the return that you want in terms of the skills, the growth, and even maybe a financial return on the things you're learning and doing.
So there are free things like podcasts, videos, books at the library. But like Eric was saying, you don't want to just go randomly pick out books and podcasts and just take whatever you're being fed by what you're suggested in the search or something.
I think you want to be
like
selective and discerning, looking at and maybe giving consideration before you jump on a search engine or dive into a library. What is it I want to learn? What is it I want to focus on? And where am I headed there? So that might be the very first thing you do, because we have a lot of search engine suggestions, and that could take you down rabbit holes of all kinds of new things and skills you never knew you wanted or needed to have.
We watch memes as a family and we can scroll forever, so we don't want to do that. But along with the free things, there's super, super low cost. So I'm just going to tell the story about what happened yesterday. So I was at our library just taking some time to have some quiet time to write, and as I was walking out, they had a little used book section. And I was not going to get it because I'm like, I kind of have enough books and I've got enough to read, but
we like books.
It kept calling me, and Eric loves books too, so I knew that he would be excited if we came home and brought new books. So I went in. These were $1 each. They had one about designing your life. They had one about the little guide to your well-read life, ways that you can use books better, and I was excited about that.
You can tell April doesn't enjoy reading.
Seat at the Top by Zig Ziglar. And
what's funny about this, I actually noticed, it's a used book. I just taped the back of it with a couple of torn pieces of the cover. April's like, we don't need to do that right now. But I actually looked it was remarketed for $10 somewhere else.
Yeah.
So it had a different list price years and years ago. But it's a good book. Zig writes some great things. This is one of his classics. So $1 at your public library.
I know, and so as I looked at these, I thought, this is going to be so fun. I'm going to learn, I'm going to grow, and if at the end of the day I want to donate them back to the library, great. There's no problem,
and it's free. You could go borrow that same book from the library, but if you buy it for $1 at a used book sale, you literally can mark it, write lots of notes and dog ear stuff, and we like to get into our books and stuff, and so it gives you that liberty for $1.
Right. Okay. So then let's move on to some of these paid things, because courses, memberships, being able to go and maybe go to a conference or something like that.
Well, I think, this actually goes, I would go before you get into higher costs, the used books, free for the libraries, the free part, but lower costs are things you might find up at a yard sale, a used book sale. There's actually something we've talked about before called Great Courses. It's a subscription, and sometimes they have little special deals. She laughs because we joke about saving $2.50 a month on a
Anyway.
She will laugh her. But that course, it's about $12.50 to $15 a month, and that seems that's an investment. But literally, you have unlimited access to all these courses
from college professors
from all across the world,
them.
And their areas of expertise and their specialties, and they literally are there for the takings. Sometimes you can fall asleep to it, take a nap.
They're not riveting, I will say that.
Some are.
Some are.
Careful.
Some are. Not all of them are riveting, but I'm learning a lot and I'm broadening my horizons.
And the reason we say this is because sometimes April will play one of these great course classes while she's going to take a nap or fall asleep, because you can just fall asleep to silence, but she actually likes to fall asleep while she's listening to or learning something. And again, it's not that the material is putting her to sleep, but it's just a great way to use that time to be able to be listening and learning while you drift off to sleep. And then we've listened to plenty of them being fully awake as well. So,
sorry, someone's at our door.
all right, so we're back. So we just knocked at our door, and we just had to go answer the door there real quick. But yeah, just finishing up on great courses. Like there are a lot of these great resources that you can dive into at not too high a cost. And it could be a one-time or a monthly type thing, but literally it just opens the doors for learning and diving into subjects or topics that you're really interested in.
Yeah, okay, so now should we go into things like
Absolutely.
memberships and actually getting maybe online courses or taking a class somewhere. I mean, Eric likes pottery. He's been taking a pottery class locally. Super fun, making all kinds of awesome things. Being able to actually sign up for something and putting some money down actually does increase your commitment.
And I think you get better results because, yeah, you're invested.
Yeah.
You want to get the value out of the money you put into it, and I think you do a better job.
And we started out with some really, really simple ones. Like when we were starting to build Learn, Do, Become, we were taking a few courses to learn how to create a podcast or how you create a website. We took courses on like basic stuff, how to set up hosting. We would
Like
follow
one of the courses I
these.
took years and years ago was just learning how to start doing paid advertising and some of those things
Yeah.
on Facebook. It was a $47 course, and it literally helped open up doors of the ways we could grow the things we were doing online and the work we wanted to do.
Yeah.
So small investments, and yeah, you might start small and build up to them, but those small investments really do have a great, great return.
Well, a little side note, if one of the reasons why you don't sign up for courses is because you think, well, I buy them and I never do them, we're going to link here in the description to a special post that we have on our website showing how you unlock the power of courses. Because when you learn how to create them as projects and you can put them into your routines and you can actually set up next actions to get them done. Eric and I have taken, I don't know how many courses, I would say 50 to 100 courses over the last, 5 years or so. But we go through all of them. And we have hundreds of books, or thousands of books if you count all the stuff we bring from the library, right? All the things we check out, audiobooks, all these things. But because we have a system in place that helps support us, we're actually going to make them happen.
Well, I think I just comment on what you just said about that idea of just breaking it down into bite-sized pieces. I mean, maybe some people didn't feel like they were great students in high school or college. They didn't really enjoy that experience, the whole idea of the syllabus and all these things you had to do and get through a course or a semester.
Yeah.
But honestly, the approach that we'll kind of share with you in that post really will help you just break down a course or something you want to learn and do into a very simple approach, very simple steps that you're actually enjoying each step as you go along and getting the result, right? So, I mean, I think that is actually a lot of people's hesitation because they just feel like, it just feels like homework or school again. And we really are committed here at Learn to Become and in our RISE program to this idea of lifelong learning. Lifelong learning doesn't have to be tedious and hard and stressful or frustrating. It should allow us to unlock the excitement we have to learn things we're really passionate about.
And of course, there's those bigger levels of things like maybe I want to go get a degree, or I want to get an additional degree, or maybe you want to hire a high-level coach, or maybe you want to join a paid mastermind or something like that. Those are things that we've done and we get excited about. And I think that you want to know that the energy and time you're going to put into that is going to be worthwhile. So I mean, making those decisions well, but it starts getting exciting when you realize that the more education that you have, either that you create on your own with free resources or formally, it's going to set you up for success, either because of what it does for your mind or the connections that you make or the skills that you then develop that you can use. So education and investing in yourself is something that we're extremely passionate about, but we want you to think about it in a way where you can see that the goals or maybe the challenges that you have right now, you actually can overcome those challenges. You can meet those goals as you take action.
Yeah, so I don't think anybody wants to live like the same life and kind of be in the same rut. We actually saw a really funny meme video where like there was a sheep stuck in like a ditch and somebody pulled them out, they got themselves out, and the sheep starts hopping along, okay, I'm back out of the rut, jumps across the ditch and lands right in the ditch again. Nobody wants to be that sheep, right? And so
and no one wants to pull that sheep out
over and over again, right?
Again.
And so the idea of expanding ourselves, our minds, investing in ourselves, I mean, it doesn't have to have a pure monetary return. It doesn't have to be a purely academic approach. It can be just developing talents and abilities that you can give back and contribute in your community, in your home, places that you value. But I promise that as you kind of invest some of this energy into becoming your better self in ways that you're excited about, it really does just open the door of opportunity. It gets you out of that rut and really creates the possibility of creating a better life for yourself. So again, you can tell we're not passionate or excited about this kind of stuff at all, but it's fun to be part of a community where people really have that desire, that interest, and they're collaboratively and cooperatively helping each other, supporting, sharing their ideas, their best practices. and being able to move in a better direction. So we're just excited to have you with us.
Right. Okay. So if you're wondering, well, how is Learn, Do, Become going to help me? First of all, you're already investing in yourself by being here, watching this video. Yep. Come to our Connect page, learndobecome.com/connect, where you can see us on our podcast. You can check out our social channels.
You can choose your favorite ways to
choose
connect.
your own adventure through Learn to Become. Also, if you're excited about being part of our Arise community, that's where you're going to come and gather with like-minded people, where it's not just me and Eric sharing books we like, but it's a community coming together showing what they're excited about, what they've found has helped them to be successful as they reach towards their goals. Now we have 6 areas of Arise as well. So you don't have to just want to learn how to perhaps get organized, or you don't have to only want to learn how to increase your, earning power, or, your financial security. We have a lot of areas, these 6 areas that most of us are working towards.
Yeah, we've created these 6 areas with the mind that they all kind of are integral to a successful life, but yeah, maybe 2 or 3 of them are most important or meaningful or your focus right now, and a couple others may not be as much, but it really gets a really well-blended balance of things that we are all working toward.
And that strength of community.
Absolutely, and working together on those things to grow.
Okay, so that can be found at learndobecome.com/arise. I hope you'll think of us as your friends. We may be kind of virtual friends right now.
Fellow lifelong learners.
Fellow lifelong learners. We're just glad you're with us and enjoy. Thanks so much. Click the links, they'll be here, and let us know in the comments if you have any questions. Okay, take care.
Take care.